In 1993, I left Colorado. I took a break. I wanted to take a break. I wanted to get back on my feet. And I really wanted to do comedy. I went to New York City. Did I go for it in New York City? No. I fucked around like I usually do. I got high. I got on stage a few times in 11 months. But when I went back to Colorado, I moved back there with a Puerto Rican girl. And she was a drug counselor. And then she figured out I was still doing drugs. Right. And I had to move out of her apartment. And I started living at hotels and at my cousins from time to time. And I would sleep in Boulder. And in that process, I don't even know. I got in contact with this girl. Right. That was fucking hot when I was a detailer. I used to detail cars at this place for all these dealerships. And she was the receptionist. Right. But I would always talk to her. What's up, dog? Joey, baby. She was from somewhere in the South. But just tremendous. But the manager of the detail shop, who was a very nice guy, started dating her. He had a Corvette at that age. You know, he started dating her. Did I give a fuck? No, I never said nothing. I didn't even like her like that. I had a girlfriend. But at this time now in 93, him and her had a kid, and she was off the deep end. But Willie, still looking good. Right. And she got me a job. She goes, you want a job as a car salesman? She goes, I do the books for this place, and I help out over there. So I got a job over there with her, and one day she goes, where are you sleeping tonight? She goes, I can't stay at my mom's no more, so I'm just going to get a hotel. Do you want to split the hotel? And after 2 nights, we got a gram of coke, and sure enough, I slept with her once or twice, and it went on for like a fucking week and a half. And one day I'm in Boulder, and who do I bump into? The husband. Right. And he came up to me, hey, what are you doing? He goes, can I talk to you? I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, listen, man. I talked to her the other day. I know you guys been fucking around. He goes, just do me a favor, if you want. He goes, I really want to get back together with her. She's the mother of my son, and I really want to give it a shot. I don't know how you feel about it. He goes, I don't even know if I should be saying this to you. I shook his hand. I went over there, I got my stuff. I told her what had happened, and I never messed with her again. Was I scared of the guy, Willie? Not really. But Willie, how he came up to me.
It's a little scary.
No.
No, wasn't?
Not at all.
Because sometimes when someone approaches you that calm, man, you're like...
No, he was a gentleman and a half.
Okay.
He said that he wanted to, but he also wanted her to be happy.
Right.
And he kind of had tears in his eyes. But he was a man.
Right,
he was
a
man about it. He was sad.
Right.
You know, he didn't trip. He was secure in who he was.
Right.
I had another dude that was dating a girl for 3 years. Somebody came up to me one day and said, listen, you guys will make a cute couple. She was talking about it one day. And they were broken up like 6 months. And I went to this dude like a man. And I said, can I talk to you, bro? How long I know you?
Right.
And I said, I'm going to ask her out on a date, bro. And I don't want no friction between me and you. And the guy looked at me and goes, that's up to you, dog. But if you do it, there's going to be a fucking problem. Okay, now I am going to fuck her. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I did sleep with the fucking girl. And I don't know what happened. Who the fuck gives a shit? But that was my take. I liked how he came up to me like a man.
Right.
He didn't threaten me at all. He just said he had a kid with her.
Well, you felt it, man.
No, I felt it. Sure,
you felt it. This guy's coming from the heart.
Well, what happened was at the time, I had just been. Was I? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was separated like 2 years, so I know what it felt like, bro.
Yeah.
I knew what it felt like. We all know what it feels like to be cheated on. It's a horrible fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
That's why once you've been cheated on, you don't do it. You're like, you know what, man? I'm going to check myself in that department and shit, because that shit would break my heart if it happened to me, so.
That's one of the things I didn't like about a small town. Because, like, in high school, if you just, like, you're always going to know someone who dated someone else. Is, like, the entertainment industry, like, the comedy, like, the people who you guys used to date, was everyone dating everyone, or could you stay away from that? Like, could you stay away from dating like another comedian's ex-girlfriend, or?
I never been put in that position, Lee.
Really?
I was very fortunate. Listen, man, I looked at comedy a lot different than a lot of other guys. I looked at comedy as a savior in a way. Like, it was. Don't get me wrong, I bumped into different people now that you mention it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that comedians are dirty dogs, bro. Like, we all, you know, we do some dirty shit or whatever. So, you know, and most of these comedy chicks are the same chicks. They'll date you for 3 years. You guys break up. Then she starts wearing a bikini, going to open mics and shit.
Right.
And eventually she's going to fuck somebody. And you could be tripped about that shit. Oh, they're just comedians. There's nothing you could do, bro.
Right.
You know, those girls have been through the system. They know the fucking deal. If you end up marrying them or whatever. And another thing, because I was in that position, these kind of people that this happens to 90% of the time, you know when you're with a whore.
Yeah.
Whether male or female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know when you're with a whore. So you have to tolerate. I used to date a fucking whore, bro. I couldn't trust her. The stripper I moved here with was a fucking whore. There was nothing till this day. She's a dirty fucking whore. There's nothing you could do about it. If you break up with her at 3 in the afternoon, she'll have a boyfriend by 11 o'clock just on principle. Just on principle. Because that's how she is. That's just the way it is. So you know where you stand 9 out of 10 times when you're involved in that situation. And when I say the word whore, I mean it as male or female. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know when you're with a fucking whore. You catch somebody with a fucking phone number, they give you a story. Now you're on high alert. Right? Now you're on high alert. Right. Now you catch another story. Now it's up to you, Willie. Right. Now it's up to you, Lee. Now it's up to me. Now it's up to you as a woman. You know, the second time you find a number and there's 3-hour discrepancy between here and the store, you know what I'm saying? Like, you went to Rouse, it's 10 minutes away. Well, what happened? Well, you're not going to believe it. They were out of carrots, so the guy said he was going to go to the other store and bring them. So I said, what am I going to go home for? I just waited for the carrots. And you make up this fucking tale that, guess what, Willie? We've all listened to and we've all heard, and we want to believe it. Right. We want to believe it. And that's what happens to people. That's what happens to people. You know I'm lying to you. And then they'll tell somebody, like, the girlfriends that the girl will call and say, Joey left, he's with another woman. And then that night they'll call him, where was that pendejo? And he'll say, oh, no, you're not going to believe it. He went to Rouse, he got rear-ended. The engine went on fire, the fire department had to come. His cell phone fell in the water. But when he got home, we put it in rice and everything's okay now. You know, you believe what the fuck you want to believe when you're in love, you know? Yeah. And then there's 2 types of love. See, the stripper I was never in love with. It was that pussy. Right. It was that filthiness.
You're infatuated.
That filthiness that she would do. I was married for fucking 6 years, 7 years. And they don't let you light that pussy on fire and put fucking chocolate in their pussy. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I put bottles in this girl's pussy. Who the hell you does? I was infatuated with the thought of somebody else doing this to her. And then one day I looked and I go, how many dicks could possibly be in her? I want to marry this fucking monster. I want to marry this fucking monster. And do what? And do what? And do what? I got to CDD the kids? What's that shit when you got to send in an anarchy test? What is that shit when to see who the father is and shit? That's what I want to worry about. If is this yellow kid my father? Why does he have blonde hair? I didn't want to worry about that. So you fucking move on with your life. And that's when a lot of people say I started to get stand-up comedy. Because when I moved here the first 2 years, in 97 and 98, 60% of my focus was on that broad. 50% of my focus was dissecting her stories. You know, 50% of the story. The other, but there's another moral to the story here. She was paying the rent.
Yeah, that helps.
Going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.